What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I've pretty much already ran the gauntlet with NASCAR E3. I talked about why I was excited about it, why I was concerned about it, and ultimately you guys determined if I wanted to do it seriously or if I really had that many issues with the controls, the best thing I could do was go out and buy a wheel, and I took your advice. I went out and bought the Thrustmaster T80. It's the least expensive wheel they offer. Number of reasons why I actually selected that wheel. If you want to watch my review, put a link down in the description, but I also wanted to show you kind of a real-world application of what getting a wheel can do for you with this game. Now, I would also say that this is the first racing game where I felt like I really needed a wheel to be competitive because of how erratic the controls are. And I think the controls in this game have an issue with stability and have an issue with dependability, reliability, and consistency. And I think that speaks less for the controllers and more for the game's issues, because I've never had an issue with the PS4 DualShock controller like I've had with the iterations of NASCAR Heat on the PS4. So I could certainly sit here and practice laps over and over till I'm blue in the face and throw up a lightning quick lap and say, well, you can lose a second off your lap time with a wheel. But what I did is I selected just a regular lap, average in-traffic lap at Watkins Glen from an online race I did where I ran 1:12, and then I loaded up very quickly into having the wheel. This is maybe my second or third lap with it on the Cup at Watkins Glen, to show you kind of a practical look at here's what you can expect your first couple times with the wheel. And naturally, a lot of the things that you think would happen. Car handles better, controls are much smoother, much less erraticness in the wheel, and obviously I did get a bit faster. But that doesn't mean that I still don't feel the same issues are there, having raced a couple times online. Really what you learn is there's maybe 5 or 6 people in every lobby you join that have a wheel, and for the most part they all run at the front together. People with the controller struggle, especially on starts, and even if you have a wheel, you're still going to have an issue getting through the initial start where everyone that has the controller is still all over the place. So you literally have a crapshoot for the beginning few races where you finish high enough at the end to get to a point where you can start in front of the people with the controllers, but it still doesn't mean that this game doesn't present a real issue if you're trying to enjoy it online. And while making the investment may help you offline, it's still going to be equally as frustrating online. I do want to show you guys some specific comparisons. As you can see, I run a lap here that's just slightly faster, a 1:11, which I know I could get down, but note how wobbly the car here is going up the hill, really where the car would normally be stable for the most part. Yet you use the wheel, same difference. Deceleration going through the bus stop, very unpredictable, very wobbly, and obviously it feels that way. With the wheel, not so much. You actually feel like you can rely on the rumble strips and actually steer the car through. And while I said these are feelings that should be expected when going from a controller to a wheel, it was shocking to me to know that the game is still so abrupt in how it controls the car so erratically. And even with the wheel, you don't feel fully confident when you're in traffic or when you get hit someone. The only thing that actually happens is once you've lost control of the car after being hit, the same way you would with the controller, maybe you have a little bit more ability to get it going faster, or at least more consistency, because you're not slamming the gas, or you're able to gradually steer the wheel out of a spin. So for me, the wheel does make a major difference, and if the game was simply offline, it would certainly be a must-have, but all of the issues online still persist with everyone else, and even if my experience got better, their experience stays the same, and in turn, because they're not having a good control of their car, I'm naturally not going to enjoy driving my well-controlled car around there. So I think ultimately, while I will probably end up upgrading to a different wheel just for the sake of using this a lot and needing to have something that's more dependable, sturdy, and reliable, I don't know that the game isn't the pure issue that needs to be resolved. Love to know what you guys think about this. Appreciate you checking it out. I'll be back very shortly with more commentary.